Today I want to talk to you about comparative market analysis, some tips you can do to winterize your home, and what you should do before listing your home. I'm Kristy Sagaser with eXp Realty. Here we go. Comparative market analysis is also known as a CMA. You've probably heard it on the radio advertising that someone will give you a market analysis for free. You probably wonder how this benefits you. Well, a comparative market analysis just takes different listings around the area to show you what they sold for so you know the value of your home. This does not affect your taxes or anything like that. We're not assessors. It's only for your benefit. And why not know what your house is worth? Especially the last couple of years when it was through the roof. A lot of people could have taken some money and used towards retirement. The difference between a CMA and an appraisal, because an appraisal is another term that happens a lot after you're buying or selling a house. The appraiser is a little bit more detailed, well, a lot more detailed than what a realtor would be, but they also use comparable properties, and then they give a value to your bank and to you so that you're not overpaying for your home. As far as winterizing your home, let's talk about that a little bit. There's a few things here, and especially in North Dakota, it gets really, really cold, right? So we want to make sure that your sprinklers are flushed out for the season. You don't want them freezing under the ground. I mean, typically they're only buried about 6 inches down. So be very careful of that. It's a mess if you don't do it. You're going to want to put batteries in all your smoke detectors and check your CO2 because you don't want any carbon monoxide either, especially in the winter months. A lot of things can happen. You're going to want to clean your windows. Otherwise, the dirt's just going to pile on after all the snow and freeze, and there's no cleaning them in the winter here when it's 20 below. We all know how that looks. A couple more things with winterizing. You're going to want to check your gutters. You don't want ice built up on top of all the leaves and things like that. And when it does melt, you don't want the leaves blocking the snow to melt. Make sure that the downspouts are not in the way of your sidewalk or your driveway, because you're going to need to get your snowblower out soon. Now let's talk about if you want to list your house. What should you do first? First thing, if you want to list with an agent, you should probably get that market analysis. It's going to be the most valuable thing to you. There's nothing worse than trying to list your house and not knowing a value, because if you start too high, you're going to lose more money than you ever even thought. A lot of people think, well, I'm going to list at $15,000 above so that I can have room to wiggle. Well, people see right through that, and then they end up waiting for you to reduce, and they want to take it down more. So the longer it's on the market, then the more money you lose, because they're going to want to keep offering less and less. Second thing you should do is clean. There is nothing more important than a clean house when it comes to having people come in and see themselves in it. If they're looking at dirty toilets or things like that, then it's not going to feel like home. Secondly, or thirdly, I should say, you're going to want to put a fresh coat of paint. Make sure that there's no paint touching the ceiling if it's just on the walls. So if you have dark colors, you'll probably want to do something a little bit more general that everybody might like, because again, you want them to see themselves in the home. I can tell you on my first house, I had red kitchen cabinets. Not for everybody. I loved them, but we switched them to a cream color and it made the house way more sellable. Believe me, there are plenty of other things that you can do, but the best thing, honestly, is to get an agent over there to give you a little to-do list, and we'll get it started. If you are thinking of selling your home soon or considering it even in the next few years, it would be good to let me know, and I can put you on a list in case the right buyer comes along. Because there's always the perfect buyer for every house. I truly believe that. And when we get you your market value, you're going to know what it's worth, and we'll get you full price. Once again, I'm Kristy Sagaser with eXp Realty, Jamestown, North Dakota. Make sure to like and subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications for my next videos.